Hello, Bluetooth. It's the one and only Icebound Glaceon, and I'm gonna be starting this one just a tad early because I have a few things to talk about. Not really important or anything, but for any of you guys that are creators, not just for Scrap Mechanic, but for other games as well, or not even games, just creators. Like if you make stuff at home, or if you make games or anything, right? I do have a community creation section on my Discord. I love seeing what you guys put in there because it inspires me to make my own stuff. Um, if I ever get people that send me creations that they want me to check out on Scrap Mechanic and I like them, I might even do a showcase of their creations. So that's a thing as well. Um, as for the taxi, I'm just gonna. I thought that glitch was fixed. Huh. Okay. As for the taxi all the way, let's just fly over there. I don't have any flyers on hand. Let's just do that. Can you build it, please? There you go. There we go. So, you guys remember this thing, right? The logic for all of this stuff here was actually shown to me by someone who, well, before they showed me how to do this, they had not even seen what Scrap Mechanic was. They never even heard of it, right? And we were talking. He's a good friend of mine, and I was just like, oh, I'd love to do this kind of thing. He's just like, well, why don't you try this? And yeah. So what he showed me was this right here, right? So this right here is essentially one of these modules here. I also have a one over here saved, I believe. Yeah, right here. So if you're wondering why it's bigger than it should be, well, that's mainly because, wait, give me a second here. Do I have one without the logic on it? Yeah, there we go. So this is the full logic right here, right? So that is this, right? So it takes the inputs and, does the proper math based on that. It's just binary. So yeah, he sent me this, and he's just like, well, this is how you, compare two 4-bit numbers to see which is higher, lower, equal. So I obviously took that, and I made this. And I also added one of these binary counters to it. I made it 4 digits, 4 digits instead of just, instead of just 3. I also made it so it can take inputs from other devices as well, and the outputs were easier to read. Then I put 2 of them together, and I also made a little mechanism that would tell the vehicle, based on which current direction it's facing, which direction it needs to turn to go in, the proper direction that these are outputting. So like if X is equal but Y is higher, right, then you need to go north, right? So it compares your current direction to north and says go in this direction. So that's what that's for. So it's not super complicated. It looks, well, it actually doesn't look too bad. But yeah, that's how this works. And all it is an override for the current direction in which it's moving. Because the current AI just says, okay, I'm going to try to stay between this and this, between this line here, right? Which works, and it works pretty damn well. So all it does is override it when it gets to an intersection and needs to change directions. So yeah, and that's I'm still currently working on. Hopefully my computer doesn't die like it did last time. I'm also tempted to make a 5-bit version. I was derping around with a few friends, and one of them showed me his little thing over here. As I said, if you guys have anything you guys make, just show me. Right? Because I love checking these things out. It inspires me. This thing flies pretty damn well. I'm going to leave it in the world for a bit. I don't really like what he did to the glass here. But I guess he did that so you can get in and out, even though there's another way you can easily do it. I made this thing. I can't save it or spawn it in again, unfortunately, because the game's a jerk. But yeah, it's just a wheel. And yes, terrain bounces. If I go on this surface, it's a little bit smoother, not much. But yeah, it's not too bad. The only glitch being used is the 3 stabilizers put inside the seat at the bottom here. They're burnt batch stabilizers. And then the suspension piece put along the bottom. And then the seat was, using the mirror mod, was put inside it all. So otherwise, nothing else is really glitch welded. Oh, I guess the engine's also technically glitch welded inside the top piece there. But technically, the seat's glitch welded only to the engine, and then these bottom ones are free floating because they're only welded to each other, which means it should be able to be saved. Oh, I didn't actually weld those together. That might be why it's not letting me save it. Because see, this entire bit up here is one creation, right? And this down here is now one creation. That's supposed to be separate from that, and this is supposed to be separate from that. So let me try saving that one right now. 3. Cool. Let's see if I can spawn in another one. No, invalid joint positions. Damn it. So I wanted to upload it to the workshop, but the game won't let me. I was currently working on automating the wireless glitch because a friend showed me this over here. I'm like, that's a little too much logic, so I got it down to just that, which I think is a little bit less, I guess. I don't know, but like, I've already uploaded to the workshop, so if any of you guys want to test it, you totally can. I don't know if it's saved to the top or the bottom. Looks like it's saved to the top. Right here. So literally all you have to do is say anything you want to connect to anything. So just do that, whatever, right? Connect those two together if you want to remote control it kind of thing, right? Then you just place a block on there. And it does everything for you. And they're still connected. So, yeah. You can't paint this, place blocks on it, delete blocks on it, and you can't try to connect anything while it's detached, otherwise it resets it. You also can't put it on a lift. So that is the thing. I should probably read the chat. You're playing Bed Wars, lol. Yeah, I figured I would say, the entire taxi wouldn't have been a thing without, my friend Clock showing me. Being like, yeah, it's not too bad. Just do this, that, and this, and you're good. I don't know. I got bored one day. I'm just like, yeah, I'll start making a truck. I think I spent like 10 minutes on it so far. Not too good, not too bad. It's just meh. The suspension in the back is kind of, yeah. Oh yes, there are 3 wide wheels with no visible glitch welding at all, other than just the middle part. So, yeah. I think I started this because I saw they were making saw Con making a New versus Pro truck. So I have 5 more minutes to finish this. Basically. Oof. I don't know if I can finish it in 5 minutes though. But this is what I would have used. But then again, no glitches, and obviously, let me just no glitches. I love glitches. They're so nice. Yeah, no, you guys can join. If any of you guys already have me on your friends list, just feel free to join. You don't even have to ask. So, I was building that. That's weird. You're watching YouTube, lol. Okay, I like how I said my little hover creation's the smallest one out there. This one doesn't have wheels, so it's technically smaller. Technically. Sad face. You also gotta take into account that the seat is actually taller than it seems. Like, the seat goes up to there. So, yeah. So it's actually a full block, not a half block, even though it looks like it's a half block. Because if it was a half block, you'd be able to place this underneath it. But you can't. Okay. Never seen that before. But like, I can't place that there. I can try placing it over here. Doesn't let me. So, yeah. So this is technically 5 high, right? And then mine is apparently speech recognition. I don't know. Computer's being weird. Why isn't it? It's not letting me type. The fuck? Computer? What the fuck is this? Come on. There we go. Jesus. I should sue my computer. But like, see, this one is technically, let's just go off the front here, because it has a weld point there. Oops. Build down first, and then build up. Right, it's 3.5 blocks tall. Right? Because the switch on the top. Right? But, if you remove the wheels, you'll notice it will drop. And that drops by exactly that half block there. And you want to know how I know? I'll show you a little something. So the actual pieces that are in that suspension glitch on the bottom are all small pipe pieces, like those there. And if you guys didn't know, there's a little thing you can do with these. You can actually fit say that. Wait, what? Wait, since when can you not? What? What? Game, why are you being jank? Why is it? Since when does it not let you place it there? The fuck? No, seriously, since when does it not let you place... They didn't magically change the hitbox. What the fuck is going on here? There we go. Okay, I'm pretty sure you can place it there. I guess it just has to be on a separate... I don't know. It's weird. But like, even if you do, like, you know, weld it, it should still let you weld it. What? Since game is jank. Game is jank. If it lets you place it there, why won't it let you weld it there? Oh, that's apparently welded to the ground. Yeah, now see, I won't let you weld it. What the fuck? But it lets you place it. Oh, well, whatever. Actually, then let's try the, let's try putting this on a bearing. And let's see if you can place that there now. Okay, yeah, his is shorter. Quite literally. Okay. God damn it. Yeah, no, his is just shorter by the size of a switch, the thickness of a switch. But then again, mine has wheels, so it's... His is technically a full block shorter. Sad face. You bug splatted again, oof. That's saddening. But mine has wheels. But yeah, I guess, yeah, if you used a small suspension glitch there, and if you made these out of, actually, can you put a working suspension steering inside of there, inside the seat? I wonder. You don't want to deal with... Oof. Okay, so I guess we should probably start making the calculator. So I asked Clock again, I was just like, okay, well then how do we make, you know, adding and subtracting? He's like, do this. And I'm like, okay, got those, which are apparently that. So first thing we gotta make is we gotta make a thing called a full adder. And then we gotta make a bunch of them in sequence. But yeah, as I said, for this, for the plus or minus, I literally took that. It didn't take me too long, so this shouldn't take me too long either. And then we gotta do multiplication, and it will not have division because we couldn't find one very quickly that had division because he was already going out of his way to help me. Okay, the fuck is this? What is CI? What is S and what is CO? Interesting. I'm assuming they're some kind of input and output, so we'll just grab those. Unless they are inputs from the other. No, they aren't labeled on the other one. Well, shit. Okay, so you have... So... So those go into there. There is an AND gate over here, which both of these go into. Actually, for now, I think I'm going to put them in, like that. Just for now. Put them on ORs. Just, you know, easier to work with. So you have the XOR gate, I believe, supposed to be that one. You have an AND gate here. This one is another XOR gate that takes the input from CI, and then you have another AND gate. Ugh. I'm gonna do it this way. And I don't know what the CI is, but apparently it's important, so I'm going to put a third switch here for CI. Because CI has to go into that XOR gate. It also has to go into this AND gate, right? And then the output of the XOR also has to go into that AND gate. And then this AND gate goes into a OR gate, which is inputted from both those AND gates. Cool. And then this XOR gate is apparently the output. Let's see. The XOR goes into, yeah, that and also goes into, I'm going to test this real quick. There we go. Goes into that one. Oh wait, are these supposed to be... Oh no, they're supposed to be XOR. Yeah. Bye, the best. Thanks for joining for a bit. Okay, so now we have two outputs. We have that and that. Huh. Obviously, I'm going to have to compact that a little bit. That goes into there, that goes into those, that goes into those, that goes into both of those, that goes out to that, and that goes into that. Okay, so... Oh! Oh, and this would be subtract. Wait. Why do I feel like it's supposed to be like that? So 1, and that's 2, right? Then you have 1 minus 2. What? Shouldn't that turn them both off? Okay, let me see. What is CI? Because CI goes into the AND gate and the XOR gate, and the XOR gate looks like it's the output. This goes into both of those. A goes into that XOR, and also goes into the AND. B goes into that AND. So the other AND. Oh wait, both those go into the same one. Okay, yeah. And this one is just out of those into an OR between those two ANDs. So is that like a carryover value then? Oh. CO, carry over. CI, carry in. CO, carry over. God fucking damn it. God damn it. Oh my god, I'm so dumb. Okay. That makes sense what this is then. Angry Glace, no. Facepalm Glace. Okay. This is carry in. So when the module next to it carries over a value, it goes into this here. Yeah. Oof. But the S, I guess, is the output. So let's see, if we go back to this here, right, we'll see that there is a carryover value. We have the output, and we have the carryover value, which goes back and forth, right? So let's stay simple. Let's go with 3. Let's go with 3-bit, right? I'm not trying to go too complicated, right? So I will temporarily okay, so we'll make so we'll go input. Actually, bit 1, no, bit 1, bit 2. Bit 1, bit 2. Then we have output. Actually, we'll leave that blank. We'll do output, input. That should be enough color coding. Okay. Then we just do that. We go 1 plus keyboard. Why no work? Why? Like, do you hear it? Yeah, this is all vanilla. I'm just curious why my keyboard keeps not working. Let's see, can I type into... Okay, I can type into here. Right? But it won't let me type into... Can I type now? No. Okay, well apparently I can't name things. That's fucking bullshit. So we're gonna stick with 3-bit binary for now, just to test to see how it works. I have a strafe, I believe. Let me see. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that's my keyboard. That right there. And yes, Cherry MX silent because I want it to be silent. Like I had to hit those keys hard for you guys to hear them. Okay. So let's see, we do... which direction are we doing this in? 0, 1, 2. Okay. So we're going to do this one into that one. That one's set into OR, good. And we do this one into that one. And we don't have an initial one, so we don't even need this bit at all. So we can just entirely delete this, we can delete that, and just put that straight into there. So, yeah. But we'll do that all after. We can optimize it after. Keyboard's so loud when doing number logic, lol. Okay, so the next little bit we have to do to connect these, right? The actual keys look a little different what they're doing. Okay, so they have an add option by default, and then subtraction option. Actually, the subtraction goes into the overflow apparently, which seems a little odd. But why do they have 0? Why would you input 0? That's odd. Why would you do, give me a second here. Because it's an XOR between 0 and subtraction. Okay, so let's actually put that there. We'll weld this to there. We're going to actually delete that. So we need an XOR for the carry input, apparently is what it's called. I don't know, I could be wrong. Right? Then we also need it for the second bit. So it'd be that one there, before I could even go into this. Right? And then we need only one per. So we need that and that. Right? And these are all set to XOR, 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 and XOR, which subtraction for now we're just going to put directly into it. So we don't even need to do XOR, we're just going to put it straight into it. So this will be the subtraction option right here. So I'll just subtract all the numbers, which means this will also go into that, and that. Which means we don't need that one, we don't need that one. Cool. And we're also going to move, well, I'm going to have to switch which means these are entered too. Okay, so we have bit 1 on left, we have bit 2 on right, so bit 2 has to go into this XOR before it goes into there. Okay, so it has to go into that XOR before it goes into there. And same for this one. Cool. So now that we got those inputted, anything else we have to do? Apparently another overflow value called coat. I don't know what the acronym for that would be. Oh well. I'll just put it well, we'll put the display on the top. Because then we have 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay. And this one will be an XOR from this value here into there. And then the output from these would directly go into that one, and that one. So that should be technically it. This goes into that. Which has the overflow go into that one and that one. Cool. And then we have output 1, 2, and 3, and apparently the overflow. I wonder if that tells you whether it's negative or positive. I'm not 100% sure. But yeah, this should be it. So we have 1 plus 2. Cool. Okay, so we can do, that'd be 3, right? Right, I believe that's 3. 3 plus 1. 3 plus 2. Yeah. 3 plus 3. Yeah, seems to work. Okay, now let's try the subtraction side. So we have 2. Let's subtract 1. Ah, subtraction doesn't... Oh, wait, no. We have to enable subtraction. Wait. What? Okay, so that's saying it's negative. Ah. So we have 2 minus 1. Hey, negative 1. Wait, what? Why is it... wow, that flickers. Huh. I'll have to optimize that. Huh. Okay, so it says it's negative, right? So would you have to do... I'm confused. Because that should be 0. I don't know why it's still outputting the value as negative. Huh. Oh, that's why. Because the carryover value of this is supposed to go into that. So this is supposed to go into there. That's what I was messing up on. I forgot one little thing. Okay, so let's try 2 minus 1. Okay, now let's try 2 minus 3. Okay. That shouldn't be... It should just be negative 1. Why is it not... Does this not work? Huh. Doesn't look like subtraction works. It should show it as negative and then 1. But it's not outputting that. Is there something else I'm missing? So if I do both of those, yeah, it should be 0. And that should be 2. And this just says it's negative, but you can't have a negative 0, so that's obviously off, right? But if you say 1, this should be a 1, not a all of those on. So, doesn't... something must have... I must have fucked up something. Huh. Time to validate your game files. Oof. But it goes into that before it goes into that, and these are all set to XOR. Yeah. Because this basically says this is a negative value, right? When that's on, right, it says it's negative, which is why it goes into an XOR first, because it says minus the value, right? And that goes into the original input of it, which would be set to OR, it doesn't really matter. And then that would go into that and that XOR. Okay, so let's go back to the full adder. The carry in goes directly into the because as I'm assuming a sum, carry in, carry over, A and B, so bit 1, bit 2. But this going into that XOR gate. Because that's how it looks like it does, is it goes into the initial input, right, from a 0. But I don't get why there's a 0 value there. Goes into an XOR, goes into the overflow. Even though you can just put it directly into it, because I don't know why there's a 0 there. And then it goes into an XOR between the second bit and the, wait, I wonder if that's it. Is the bit 1 and bit 2 swapped here? Because it doesn't look like it would really matter. So most of them go only into this XOR and this AND. So, and the AND from this and the negative of here go into an OR. So whether they're both the same here, or this and one of these are on, basically, or both this and this are active, then it outputs, or, yeah, this. Those are both on. The XOR of that from the XOR of this goes into the total output, whether it's negative or positive. But I don't think this should go into that output, because that doesn't make any sense to me why it's going into that output. Because, like, if I remove that, right, it would technically work. Hopefully. Because right now they're all on, which makes no sense. Because it should only be -1, not all of these on. But at least the addition part works properly, which is good. I'll have to figure out what's going on with the subtraction part. And I could have also messed up a single wire too, right? So, I have to neaten this up because that looks like a goddamn mess. So, yeah, let's take this. Let's see, how many bits do we have to make it? I did want to do 5 bits. So we'll do... Actually, more bits, lol, yeah. So what I'm going to do, actually, is I'm going to take that. I'm going to add... I can't type. Why? I can type into anything but scrap mechanic right now. Why? What about insert? No. Home? No. Up? No, no, no. Oh. Pause break? Pause break. Is that? Okay. Apparently pause break on my keyboard. Broke it. Okay. Yeah, see, now I can type again. The fuck? Okay, so yes, I'm using Winter Burn Patches XOR gates. I love them. They're awesome. I also welded it the wrong way because I'm a dumb. Okay, so this is very simple. You just go that into there, this one into there, this one's set to NOR, this one's obviously set to AND, right? And now you just gotta wire this into there, that into there, that into there, that into there. And then for this one, you essentially do the same thing. You go this into there, that into there, that into there, and that into there, and these go into that. And that's it. That's how easy it is to add an extra bit. It's actually not that hard. And you're probably wondering, why the hell are you doing this kind of thing for the input? Do you want to know why I'm doing that kind of thing for the input? For two reasons. So you can have a manual one, and you can have a non-manual one. So, yeah. Why the heck not? Except for I don't know how to reset this easily. Like, the only way I know how to reset it is to have an AND gate from each of these. Actually, extreme number logic. I was going to say an AND gate, but then I was going to try to wire it back in, because I was going to put an AND gate from a little one-tick pulse and put it right back in. But you can't go that into there, because that disconnects it, obviously, so you'd have to have two. Ugh. So yeah. Actually, this is already a one-tick pulse. So I could literally just do... I wonder. Does... Yeah. And just needs to be an AND. And let's try NAND. Nope. XNOR. Why are those? Okay. NOR. 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 Cool. Why are those all on? I'm confused. Because if that's set to NAND, NOR, if all of them are inactive. But see, if I have this one set to NOR and have the input to... Oh, there we go. Okay. I was just being dumb. Okay. And I have that go into there, 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 and there. No, that just swaps them. Because I do need to have it input directly from that. Which means you need, like, all of that, which looks like a pain in the ass. Wait, are these ones always on, technically? Or are they only on for a split second? Okay, yeah. Oops. Yeah. Because one thing I was thinking of doing is just constantly spamming this one until all these are off with the reset button, instead of just instantly doing it, but meh. This will be fine. I'm just thinking, like, if you try to manually input it, you want to have this set to 0, right? So, and also when you first spawn, you want to set to 0, not all on. So let's see, I need only 2 of these. So let's just make a second one. Oof. Boom, boom. Nor, doink, doink, and doink, doink. Oops. There you go, done. Cool. Annabelle? Question mark? Ba da bum ba, ding to do. Oops. There we go. Cool. Counts up, counts down. Let's do the same for this one. You're probably thinking, why are you doing that? For compactness, pretty much it. Actually, no, let's just... Oops. I'm too lazy to make 2 of them. Blink. Should I put this to a display? Instead of like this, should I output it to a display? Because, like, if you think about it, 5 bits, right? You have 2, 4, 8, 16, 32. Right? So my display would have to be like... let's do it like that first. That. And then I'd have to have a... and then another set over here. Right? And then have the output be up here. Nah. I use logic gates. Lights cause more lag. But see, I don't think this thing has to go above 3 digits though. Because like the highest it can go is 32 plus 32. Like but then again, I'm also going to add multiplication and then 64 by 64, which would need that third extra digit. So yeah, I will put the... And if I figure out... Actually, I'm gonna fill in the whole thing. I'm gonna put a little dot right there. And just make it go to 100,000. But yeah, the 0 point's gonna be here. These are gonna stay 0 by default until I learn how to do division with this. But is this... Remember, all the logic is gonna fit onto that one layer on the back. That's my goal. Because my goal is to make the logic for a display the size of the display. I'm also okay with making this one block taller in the middle. So, it's not gonna be that bad. Like, this is the adding and subtracting part. I could already shave off a bunch more pieces onto this, right? Like, there's so many redundant parts to this that is not even funny. Like, that's 3 more gates per I can get rid of. So it'd be down to 6. 7. 7 by each digit, so that'd be 35 for just the adding and subtracting. And if we look at the size of the display on the back so far, right? This is 5 high, so it'd be 7 wide. Right? So the adding and subtracting only takes up that bit of space there. That's it. The adding and subtracting, that's the entire space it's going to take up of the whole display. Which means I have all of that to do division and multiplying. So, yeah. And then obviously these take up, 18 blocks each, so that's 36 blocks, right? Which 36 blocks would obviously just be a 6 by 6 panel, right? So it take up that much space, which means we're now at that much space used out of all of that. So there's more than enough room. Also, if you don't believe me for the I want to make it the same size, look at this. I was so close. I was 7 blocks away. No glitch welding. Sure, it's using burn batches, XOR gates, but that's it. So, yeah. Also, the conversion from binary to the display is this, or be those right there. Those 4 there, these 4, these 3 right here be for these 3. Then obviously those 3 for those 3, and then these 4, or those 8 there for those 4 there. The rest up there is, well, this line here is all for, well, actually no, I don't know what that line does. To me it just looks like reset stuff, but it's not. By the time you'd be doing number logic with binary, I was already onto number logic from the mod pack. Yeah, but the mod pack is easy. You just put it into a multiplication block or an addition block or subtraction block. This way it actually has somewhat of a challenge. Also, turning this into a display is a pain in the fucking ass. just saying that now. So, yeah. Because, like, it's not bad with these small ones, because, like, this has a maximum of 8 possible outcomes, but I'm only using 6 of those, because I only need to go from 0 to 5, right? This one only needs to go up to 9, so I have 10 different positions, right? This one has 34. So I'm going to have to be using a different method for that display, obviously, if I'm going to be doing it that way. Because either I'm going to have 34 logic gates for the output, which is not a good idea, unless it's the only way, which would suck. But at least when I make one, I don't have to make 2, right? I just make 1 and I can paste it over there. I think the display is going to be more logic than the adding and subtracting. Lol. Is there an easy way to do a... let's see. Binary to decimal logic gates. Logic gates. Images. Oh boy. Five-bit binary. Let's see if someone's done it. I'm just curious. I'm not seeing any for 5-bit, or even 4-bit for that matter. Oh boy. Ugh. Huh. Why is someone sending me a YouTube video? Don't care. One, two. I feel like this is just saying go into a bunch of 4-bit ones. Like have 1 through 4, and then having another 4, and then copy and pasting that again. Cause see, you know how many logic gates this is gonna take? Remember, this is just 4-bit, right? I already did a 3-bit version. And you wanna know how many gates that 3-bit version took? Do you wanna know? 13. That's it. 13 gates. Didn't take that many. Took 13 gates. 3 NOR gates, and the rest were lands. And obviously if I was going to 16, right, it would take 19 gates. Right? So what I already have would be 19 gates for just this piece right here. I'm thinking doing it manually is better. Because, like, comparing A and B to get 4, right, takes 4 gates. Actually, okay, so technically, this here would be, on my current one, 5 gates, 10 gates less? It'd be 10 gates less. Would it? No. I don't know. Why are you still sending me videos, Alex? Why you do this? Oof. $2008, oof. The funny thing here is you have 4, no, it'd be 2, 4, 8, 16. Right? He only has it going up to 9. The fuck does he only have it going to 9? Why do you only have 9 outputs? If it's 4-bit. Yeah, they have no camo magic. There's fucking 16 possible combinations and he has only 9 outputting. Why? Unless I'm being a dumbass and clearly not seeing something. Shouldn't there be 16? And it's a truth table, which means it's manual. It's not actual. Oh my god, I'm just gonna do it manually. Ugh. Wait, and mute. Oh. So these are all NORs. Wait, I'm just thinking here. I'm just thinking. You place logic and surround. Oof. I'm like, everything's surround for me because I have a Dolby Atmos, but whenever I place blocks, it's always directly in front of me, so I don't really notice the difference. I'm just thinking, because if I do 3 bits and 2 bits, right? Split it up that way, right? Because I only need 2 displays, right? One that can count up to 3, and the other one that can count up to 9, right? Which means that bit there only needs to count up to 9, right? Which means, quite literally, I could take this display right here, this output right here, and if that go up to 9. The only problem with doing it that way is I still have to have an overflow value anyways. So the way I did overflow over here is I had it going into another binary counter, right? Which means 4 with 9, and this one going up to, in this case it goes up to 6, but I only need it to go up to 3, right? So I'd only need 2 bits and only 2 gates, so it'd be significantly smaller. But yeah. Also, those are all these are all NORs, and those are the AND gates. These are all NORs, those are the AND gates. I had it, when I was explaining it earlier, I had it all messed up. But yeah, I could literally take that bit right there. And have that go into a 2-bit circuit. That only goes up to this a little bit here. So that means I take up all this space here, which would be 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 42. 42? 48. Duh. God damn it. 48. So I take up 48 blocks, right? Compared to doing... Nope, this way is actually more compact. I'm doing it this way. This way is just more compact. Just doing a NOR into 32 different outputs. Which means I have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? 32. Yeah, no. 4 by 8s, or I could do... Let's see, is there an easy one by 5s? If not, then I can always do 6. Because I could always make it go down here. Because right now this is 30, right? And I need 32, right? So... 5, that... my OCD's gonna kill me. Yeah, I could do that. I could also do... What? I just want them all facing the same direction. 32. Like that. Right? So I just go... Oh, yeah, this is going to be a pain in the ass. Because I have to go quite literally, right? You ready? Watch this. For this one here, right? It's 0, right? So I have to have this. I have to have all of these off. So I have to do that, 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 and that. So if any of them are on, it's not on. Wait. No, I did this backwards already. I've already fucked up. Zero. We want all of these to be off, right? For 1, we want that one to be on, and all these to be off. Right? And then for 2, we want that one to be on, and those ones to be off. You can see how much of a pain in the ass this is going to be. So that's 2. For 3, right? We need that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. For 4, we need that one, that one, that one, that one, and that one. So we can test this by quickly going 1, 2, 3, 4. Obviously no output because we haven't set that up yet. But yeah. Okay. Okay, so we now... It's also, you can cycle it like this. So I could do... that one. And that one. With that one, and that one. Next. Is that it? It's not as bad once you get used to doing this. It's a pain in the ass, though. Next one. If you mess up one, it's all over. Because I have to make sure not to crosswire into any of these other ones. Okay, let's check. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Hey. Remember, this is what I did for my my clock. But remember, I only went up to 9 on one and up to 6 or 5 on the other. So I went 0 through 9 and then 0 through 5, right? And then I copied and pasted because I didn't want to build it again. So, well, essentially what it is, I made this, I removed a bit, and then, you know, copy and pasted it again. So, I'm actually gonna, well, I'll keep, I already have it saved. There's no point in keeping it there. Okay, so we have, okay. This one we have that. This is where modding your textures comes in. Huge help. Because some people are probably looking at this being like, wow, those are hard to see. And I'm like, well, you kind of get used to it after a while. After you've been wiring this much bullshit. Right? But it would be nice to put these as rings, but I'm not going to modify that because that's up to the devs, not up to me. As much as I would love to do that, the only mod I'd ever do is adding weather or light or day, whatever the fuck it is. But as I said, it's not as bad as it looks. This is probably the most tedious part of this entire thing. If anything, I probably should have made the display first before doing the stream. Okay, let's check. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. 19's not done yet. Okay. But the reason I'm checking is if any of the other ones turn on, that means I missed a wire. So that is not what I want to see, like, ever. So I want this to just be first try, one and done. I don't want to have to try to find it. So if I have to try to find it, I'm just going to rewire the whole thing. So remember, you guys wanted this. You guys wanted a digital display. You're like, yeah, why not? I actually don't mind. I wouldn't have offered if I wasn't okay with doing it. So yeah, the reason I check while I'm doing it as well, because if I figure out which one I did early on, it's a lot easier to fix it because then I just delete a couple of bits instead of a bunch of bits. So, like, checking now is a lot easier than checking later, right? So like we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3, 4, 25, 26. Remember, this should count up to 31, hopefully. Unless my math was off, which would suck, but whatever. Do 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 do. Next one. That's. That. And the last one is literally just all them on. So I'm not even going to check that one. Cool. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 4, 5, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31. There we go. Oh, God damn it. Why do people message me now? Okay. By 5-bit binary display. Save. Let's spawn in another one. So now comes the fun part. If this wasn't enough already. So now I get to wire that, all of this, wonderfully into, you're not going to believe this. Oh wait, I could have made this smaller. I get to wire this into this. I swear I'm not a masochist. If you're wondering why I'm moving it over, is it's easier to have gaps on the side. So, I'm also tempted to put them vertically, right? Just so slotting two of these next to each other will be easier. But I have all this room here, so I still have, you know, the 2 blocks, 3, so I have like all of this, right? On the right hand side. Well, I have up to here and up to here, so I still have those 2 blocks in the center, which is fine. So I have more than enough room for that. The final display, oof, that's gonna be a thing as well. Yeah, because you know how this goes to 32? What happens when you add 32 and 32? You get another bit. And what happens when you add another bit? You double the amount of outputs. Meaning, this was 32. I have to do 64. Just to do a digital display for the output. And on top of that, guess what else I have to do? I have to add even more. And you want to know why I have to add even more? Because I'm going to add multiplication. And what's 32 times by 32? Here, let me do this for you guys. 32 times by 32. Can you guess how many bits of binary that is? I'll make it easy for you. It's 6. Actually, I think it's 6. 2 by 2. So that's 3. No, that's 4. 2. 1, 4, 2, 8, 3. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 bits of binary, sorry. 7 bits. Which means my final display for just the positive part, right, has to have this as its max value. Which means it has to go up to 7-bit binary, which means I have to have a 7-bit binary display, which means I have to have 1024 logic gates for that display if I'm going to be doing this method. Which is why doing the manual, what was the one, what was it called on the other one? History, what did the person call it? I have to go through history. It's called a, It's not a binary decoder. It's something else. I can't remember what it's called. This breaks. No, because there's an easier way of doing this. All you realistically have to do, remember, this one only has to go up to 1, technically, right? Or the one next to it only has to go up to 1, technically. So, a little thing you can do there is have all of these only go up to a maximum of 9, right? So you'd have 9, 9, 9, and then up to 1, right? So, oh my god, why did someone add me on the friends list? Hey, Khan's playing Supreme Commander. Why is Nikki in GeoChat? I never check this shit. So, you know how this one works? It counts up and down, right? So like you go up, you can pause if you want to, you can continue going up, and you can also go down. This is just by a clock that tells it whether to go up or down based on whether you're trying to go up or down. That goes into either, again, if you're trying to go up or down, into subtracting or adding into a binary counter. So it's literally a binary counter that goes up to 9, binary counter that goes up to 5, and so on and so forth. And when it gets to the overflow, it adjusts the one next to it, and if it gets to the opposite, it again adjusts the one next to it. So this is extremely basic. It's really easy to do. Obviously, it went below 1 hour, so it went down to 59 minutes. And yes, this is calibrated as dead on as you can in Scrap Mechanic. So this is extremely accurate for the amount of time it would take, like down to the tick, unless you get lag, obviously. So the only problem with this is there's no reset. Since I'm doing this as a binary counter, and I'm too lazy to put in a binary thing that, it says, all of these are on, all of these are on, whatever ones of these are on, turn them all off. I'm too lazy to set that up. It's a pain in the fucking ass. So I could do a display like that. The only problem with doing that actually, what would the problem with that be? If I make three sets of 4, so 4 bits, 4 bits, 4 bits, that's just... Do I even want to do a digital output? Do I even want to do a digital output? There's got to be an easier way. There has to be an easier way. I think that's what the other thing was trying to show. Because obviously once you get to the thousands of possibilities, right? I am reading chat. My microphone is insane. It's good. No, my microphone is shit. I'm trying to get a better one. You're shit. I'm using an Astro A40 wireless. Or not wireless. Astro A50 is the wireless version. I'm using the A40. Because if you go for wireless, you're limited to a bit rate on your microphone. And you can't have proper Dolby surround sound on your headset. So I didn't go wireless, even though wireless would have been nice for VR chat, because I love VR. So, how much did it cost? When I bought it, it just came out, so I spent $300. My roommate got hits for about 120. So... yeah, well, that's not that bad. 120 bucks. Remember, this is also Canadian rupees, which means it's 30 to 40% more than American. So you could probably buy it right now in US dollars for less than 80 bucks. So you live in Sweden? I don't know what the currency exchange would be for Sweden. I wonder if Swedish, was it krones, isn't it? Let me check something. CAD to CR or KR. So let's put in 120. 880 Swedish krona. That's not bad. So the way it works is I will add you after the stream. Yeah, 3,000 was way off. I will add you after the stream, and if you come back for another one, then you can join. I never let people join that just started watching the stream. But anyone that has me already added on Steam can join me whenever. They don't even have to ask. But if you ever break any of the rules or crash my game or any of that stuff, you get removed off my friends list and you can never join again. So, basically I just block you. Hey, welcome Nate Dog. I don't know why your name says sub, please. Oof. Okay, so I don't need that one on there anymore. Those ones are already built, so I don't need them anymore, but I'm going to keep them just in case for optimization purposes. I don't think I'm going to worry about the display today. I've already gotten this much done. I've already done that, so I can obviously do a display on that. If I'm going to be doing this method, I will have to do 1,024 logic gates, which is completely dumb of me to do or even think of, just to do a 4-digit display with 7-digit binary, which is completely stupid. I don't know why I'd even think that, but there's obviously easier ways of doing things, so yeah, I'll probably have to, probably just have to add Brent, or ask Brent. And or I could just ask Minnie, because I think Minnie's already done it. Because I think he showed me like 2 or 3 years ago. So I'll just get him to show me. Because I am far too lazy. Let's all play together, lol. Right, so we have adding, subtraction. I don't think I'm going to worry about the multiplication today. Wait, how far are we into this? Because most of that's probably just theorizing. Yeah, we're in around 30 minutes. Even though, like, this part was done a while ago. Okay, so I think for now, yeah, I just need to do 5 bits of those. I think I named it unnamed. What? Oof. Literally called, oh, okay. Okay. So I'm gonna have to optimize this circuit. By optimize, I mean make it a little bit smaller. I'm gonna put it vertically, so when I put them next to each other, it's only 4 tall, if that makes any sense. So, essentially what I'm gonna do is, like, if you notice, right, we only have 8 gates here, right? So, why am I, making it so weird, kind of thing. So let's actually just do that, XOR, then we'll paint this as overflow red, and we'll do normal output. Actually, let me see here. There we go. So now I can delete that, and that. Now it's already optimized. That's how simple that was. Right? That's literally how simple it is to make this mess into something neater. So, yeah. So I just need to spawn in 5 of these. Cool. And then I need to put the switches on the tops. And luckily, I actually made them easier to access. So I'm just going to do that. Actually, this one I'm going to save as unnamed. There we go. There we go. And I can just delete all this crap. I'll keep one of the old versions around just in case this isn't working for whatever reason. So, yeah. So let's just weld. So that's adding and subtracting. Okay. If any of you were wondering what all of this is, yeah, that's what it is. It's literally just adding and subtracting. So like we have, let's say, 3 plus 3. Wait, what? That's not 3. That's 2 plus 2 would be 4, right? And then 2 plus 1 would obviously be 3. And if we have, like, say, 4, yeah, 4 plus, say, oh, let's do 4 plus 4. Yeah, okay, then it overflows, obviously. Yeah. But it's not too bad. So now we just need to do... Okay, so I need an XOR per... Yeah, per for an overflow. So I need 1, 3, 4, 5. And then I need the actual output, which will be here. So we'll do actual output. Then we'll do the overflow there. So the nice thing about the overflow is for the first one, you don't actually need an overflow, right? Because you could just have it output directly into those. But the reason we're going to do it this way, Ethan joined again, nice, is just so we can find it easier later on, because we don't need multiple of these, right? Because I can just get rid of that, and just obviously just paint these like that, right? So this is just the negative value now. So this just tells us whether it's negative or positive for the whole thing. You're still outside, lol. Right, so we'll do wait, does this go into... I forgot to check. Sub only goes into the XORs of all of them and then into the overflow. So then we have... See, this one is the first one that's already inputted correctly, so we don't have to worry about that. Okay. And then we have to have it also go into... Hey, Ethan. So then we have this one go into that, that one. Actually, we're gonna make it a little bit neater here. By we, I mean I. And by make it neater, I'm gonna make it chaotic. By doing that. Much nicer. Cool. So now we have all of those, right? So now we have bit number 2, which would be this one right here. Sorry, bit number 2 would be that one right here, right? That has to go into this XOR before it can go into those two. So just so we have our inputs standardized, I'm going to actually go from this to there and there, right? Wait, what did I do? Confused what I did. Why did I go from there? No, I went from here, okay. Yeah, I fucked something up already. What did I do? Oh, and I just need to disconnect that. Okay. And then, obviously, instead of going into that, this one would have to go into that, right? So this has to go into there, and this goes into those two. Okay. I was overcomplicating it for no reason. right? There we go. And obviously the final one also goes into that last one there. So we go... Wait, does it? I don't actually remember. Oh well. There we go. And that goes into those. Cool. And then the output is the green one still. Which means I didn't actually have to, wait, no, not the green one. Oops. The output's a blue one. Doop. Doop. And doop. Okay. I'm also going to temporarily block off those ones just so you only see those 5 bits. So those are just dummy buttons obviously for now. So yeah, we have 1 goes in normally, 2 goes into the XORs before it can go into its actual input, which is what we want. The first input stays the same. And the outputs are good. Now we just need to set up the overflow values. So the overflows are set up by, oh gosh. Okay, so then we have, let's see. Goes into that one, which goes into there, which is already what we got. But I shortened it. So instead of having this go into that, right, I had this go into that, which went to that, which went to those. One less logic gate kind of thing. Because then I have standardized inputs. Right? Overflow goes into... So I move the overflow to down here. Which would be that one there has to go into that one there. Wait, how many XORs did I have? The original -1. Okay. That one went to there. Wait, does this one even need to go into a... Yeah, it does. 1, 2, and 3. 1 extra. Huh. So we have this going into there. Wait, what else did I wire into there? Just that one? Oh, and that one, okay. Which means this goes into there. And that last one is an XOR gate. And all those are AND gates. Because it doesn't really matter, those are just outputs. Okay, so this should technically work. Technically. So we have... It doesn't work. Why did I fuck up? Oh, what? Oh, whoops. XOR. 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 There we go. Much better. Yeah, it is an easy fix. Don't worry, guys. And remember, those switches are just there to block. I'm just gonna paint them gray for now. Okay, so we have, let's say, 5. I think that's 5. 5 plus whatever that value is. I assume that's right. Whatever value is. And then for subtraction, let's put it in subtract mode. Let's try that minus that. There you go. Works. Cool. What do you mean holy wiring? That's compared to this mess here, I think this is a lot cleaner to look at. Because you have this. If you want to look at holy wiring, look at this. or look at this. Right? What do you think I've been doing for the past hour and a half? Setting up a freaking adding and subtracting. Yeah, this is binary adder and subtractor. Done. And obviously I made the connections easy. So you can wire in any input you want, which I'll be wiring in this input. Well, 2 of these inputs. I'll have one of these go into, 5 of those bits, and then the other one going into 5 of the other bits. But before I do that, I'm going to learn how to do a binary to decimal display with less logic. Because there's obviously an easier way to do it. I'm just too dumb to figure it out. Which means it'll probably use less gates, and once I do that, then I will input it into this, right? And then once I've done that, then I'll do another, but a 7 decimal display into this up here. Yeah, well, not soon. I have to ask Sprint Batch, see if there's an easier way, or Mini. So once I do that, then the adding and subtracting will be put onto this. Because remember, my goal is to keep it inside the dimensions of this. Just that one back wall there. Because I did it for my clock. And again, I'm okay with going 1 extra on each side. That's perfectly fine. I did it here, I'm fine doing it here. But yeah, I'll have to look that up. Also, if you guys didn't know, remember, this is just adding, subtracting. Remember, I said it's going to have multiplication as well, which means... Dun, 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 it's also going to have... This is going to be the fun part. Here, let me just show you this. That and that. So yeah. It's gonna be fun. But yeah, that'll be for a multiplication section. Which I am obviously not going to do in this video because I want to get the displays done and input it with... What thing is so fast? I don't even see where they are. The scooter he's on? Did he spawn in his own scooter? Oh. Oh, I like my scooter. Also, that truck only took me 10 minutes so far, so I got 5 minutes left on that truck. Otherwise, it's not, otherwise it's not worthy of even being, in any of Khan's challenges, because it has to be a minimum of 15 minutes. Or maximum of 15 minutes. I don't know, I like this one. It's got wheels. And it was made over a year ago. Oh yeah, that is fast. But yeah, that's not even on max thrust. You can put it to max thrust to go even faster. Because right now it's on half for the forward. And the upwards is on half as well. So it's got a lot more oomph it could do. Until he flies out of the map and just dies. But I'm assuming you guys have obviously already seen the wireless glitch, right? Like if you guys notice, this over here is not really yeah. Which means if I put a block here and I input it into that, oh, that's right, you can't edit any of it, otherwise it disconnects it. I forgot about that. Yeah. Yeah. Gotta love this game. Oh well, but yeah, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, why are you still watching? There's so many YouTubers that do this kind of stuff better. Wait, let me see that for a second. No, I don't like it. He's using manual adjustments for, you know, pitch, yaw, and roll. Upgraded in 2015. I'm assuming. Okay. Did you know? Here, let's see if I have my walker on here. No, I don't. Okay. Did you know? I'm just gonna show you now, which is the main reason why I don't like the thingy. Well, the only reason I don't like. Well, it doesn't look good either. But you could do 2 for both directions. So you can have that one going to this. One going one way, one going the other. Yeah. So I use that for my walkers. I only put one suspension glitch in it. And that was only for when it goes up hills and down hills. Oh, bye, Ethan. Thank you for joining. Because, like, when you walk up a hill, right, you lean forward, right? That's the only reason it's there. Otherwise, it's going to try to stay perfectly perpendicular to the hill, which you don't walk up a hill perpendicular to a hill, so. Yeah, I use a suspension glitch to correct that. So. Yeah, you can do that. Also, another thing you can do, if you didn't know, is you can also Actually, I don't even have to do it the fancy way. I can literally just do it like that. Yeah, I could just do it that way. Don't even have to do anything fancy. Oh yeah. This also works. Oh, and I still have it trying to rotate. There we go. But yeah, that also works too. So if you wanted to compact it just a little bit, you could always do that. The sound broke on my stream? The sound? No, it seems fine to me. You guys are just honking constantly, which is whatever. this is why I don't like people joining without without them have watched. Why won't words work today? Jesus. Well, no, it's like if they haven't watched the stream already, like they're not a returning viewer, like showed any bit of dedication or interest. I don't want them joining, kind of thing. But yeah. Because a lot of people, if they join first on the first stream, they're like, yeah, whatever, right? Worst comes to worst, I could always just find a different streamer, if I make mistakes, whatever. But if they come back, that shows they either enjoy my content or, I'm doing something right. And they're less likely to do that. It still happens. It hasn't happened yet, and I'm thankful it hasn't happened. So... yeah. Until I get that display done or figured out, I think this is where I'm going to leave off this this binary adder subtractor. So 5-bit binary plus/minus. Cool. So that's now done. As I said, I just have to input from 2 of these, one for, the positive, one for the, well, in this case it's positive as well until it's set to negative, and then have a display out from that. So technically I already have all the bottom here done, it's just the top display. But since I'm going to have to do a different method for the top display, I'm probably going to have to do a different method for these ones as well, and hopefully it's more compact. Because the displays have already taken up more than double of what the rest of the logic has. Like, this is literally adding and subtracting. So, yeah. I don't know, the logic doesn't look too bad to me. It's a mess, but meh, whatever. It's made to be compact. Can you guys, like, not break this world? I do have creations in here that I can't spawn in other worlds. Please and thank you. I'm watching. I'm already watching. I'm waiting. It's like, is that welded to the ground? Let's see. That's not welded to the ground. Okay. And he failed. Cool. But yeah, this creation here, I can't spawn in other worlds. I can't even spawn a second one in. Because it won't let me save it. So I have to get someone to help me fix that, because I don't know how to fix joint positions, apparently. And or I'm too lazy to learn how. So... I know, that bit of logic there is as far as my knowledge goes. But no, I'm ending the stream. I'm not gonna be playing for the rest of today. Like, I have to catch up on anime, I have to go record other stuff. I have to play Crossout, because I play at least an hour every day of Crossout. As I said, if you guys liked the video, hit the like button. If you disliked it, I don't know why you're still watching. There's so many YouTubers that do this kind of stuff better. But, yeah. Also, if you have any suggestions for things you guys want me to build, let me know in the comments down below. If you have any creations you want me to check out, not just Scrap, but other games as well, or other projects as well, put it in the community creation section on my Discord. I love checking out what you guys make. It gives me creative ideas for what to build next. Like, we had one guy, and I'm going to showcase this right now, because he's amazing. So, community creations, obviously you guys can see it now. He's been making a 3D VR compatible game. And so far he's already gotten the block physics done, as you guys can see here. So yeah, He's already at, 134, and all he did was put in my creation section. See? Not even that long ago, too. So 3 days ago. But yeah, the Discord's in the description. But yeah, see you guys in the next video. Bye. For real this time, yeah.